Good morning, it's Monday, and today you're going to carry on thinking about how you can create your own story. Now, lots of you, when you edited your work, you could see the things you'd missed out. So today you're going to have a chance to really think about those and make sure that you're ready to put them into your own story when you write your own story. So we had some lovely ideas from everybody using some of the ideas that we had about how we could have something with a mechanism that moves. So everyone's planned their story and have got a good idea of what's going to happen, and they've thought of their character and their setting. So we're going to use this sheet here. Now, obviously, some of you can't. I will email it to mums and dads as PDFs, but if you haven't got a printer, you can't print it out. However, it's easy to see the different sections, and you're used to this format because this is what we use in class. So we've got listed down the side the things that we want to include. And so today is an opportunity for you to think about them in your story. So if you remember in our story that we did together, we used, with the expanding noun phrase and prepositions, we had the tiny fragile seedling between his fingers, twisted broken windmills on the hills, small glowing shoots beneath the snow. So that's some examples of it. So thinking about those, you can transfer that to your story. So he might not be holding tiny fragile seedlings, but he might be holding something. You might not have twisted broken windmills. So there's no reason that you have to sort of reinvent the wheel. If you want to use some of those examples, but just change them to fit your story. And then underneath, you've got the idea of using our adverbs to tell us more information and putting them at the beginning. So you can see I've put one in for how, when, and where. So gently he blew on the fragile seedling. So you might think of one example of that. After the storm, the farmer walked away. In the distance, hundreds of windmills spun in the breeze. So today is a chance to just think about how you can come up with some of those sentences that you can then use in your writing when you come to write your big story. And then we had the conjunctions, if you remember. All morning he toiled until the ground was ready for planting. He carried on watering although his back was aching. So just making sure that somewhere in your story you're using a conjunction, you're telling us more information. And then a little bit of speech. And again, it's not about a lot of speech because there's no one for him to talk to. And we use this point where his windmills were breaking that we put the speech in. And don't forget, he didn't say, said the farmer. Use those verbs to really make it exciting or to show that character a bit more. So we had shouted as the verb and frantically as the an adverb. So really think about that show, not tell in that. Just by choosing those verbs. And then we go on to the show, not tell, at the points of high emotion in your story. How are you going to show me how your character's feeling without telling me? And this is your bit, you can be dramatic. So if you fill in that or write it in your book, the sort of same things in those sections, then you've got a really good idea tomorrow when you come to write your story in full, all those bits that you need to put in. And what might be a good idea is to get your story plan out and just talk your story through, or think about in your story plan where some of these elements might come in. So you can use the same structure that I did, because your story will have all those things happening in, obviously slightly different. Your farmer might be different, the place might be different, and the object or the thing that they grew might be different, but the same things happen in your story. So there's no reason that you cannot use some of what we've already got there to really help your thinking. So good luck, have a good go, and I look forward to seeing some of your ideas. Well done, everybody.